Welcome back to the belted Galloway Homestead. It's starting to get warm here, so I've got to start getting fly protection for the belties, and it's always an ongoing process. So I thought I would show you some fly deterrent that I use. And you might have seen these collars in previous videos on the belties and wondered, what were these collars and what are these things around the belty's neck? Fly insecticide ear tags. So these ear tags have got insecticide in them, and I'll put a page up on what these were I used last year and the year before. And they say periodically you need to change up what you're using because the flies can get tolerance to it. So I'm going to go with these this Python, and they use a different ingredient than these orange ones. This is the applicator that you use to install these on the ears of cattle, and open up like so, put it in, and then the back part there that engages, and this ends up piercing the ear of the cow. And they're made where you can put one in each ear. Some of them do one tag, but some of them they want to do dual tags, so I got one in each ear. So it requires you to punch a hole, pierce a hole through the ear of the cow. I try not to do that. I don't like to pierce the hole if I don't have to in there. So I came up with this collar idea. So these nylon collars you can buy at a supply shop for cattle. Pretty heavy duty nylon. Got holes in them already where the buckle goes. These holes here I made by taking a 16 penny nail, heating it up, and pushing it through, and it burns that nylon and opens up the hole, and it stops it from fraying and all that, so it works pretty good. Once you get the hole in the collar where you want it, you can come in here just like it's the ear of cattle and shove that through, and it catches and retains the ear tag. And I went ahead and did 2 on each side. This flat part would end up being against the neck, and it's very flat, comfortable, and these were out, sticking out around the cattle. So I ended up having 2 on each side, and I think they work pretty good. They're for face flies, but they also work for other flies too, and I'll try to put some information in there. So instead of having to punch holes and every year having to take them out and replace them and that, I thought it was a good idea to go over these collars. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to start installing this new type. They come with their retainers, and then come sealed up. And get these put on. So I'm going to take a knife, cut these off. Throw them away. There's the existing hole. And I'll just end up doing this to all 4 of them on the collar, and then install new ones. So I got them removed now, And you can tell where they were previously in the circle, inside and outside. And here's the new ones. Piercers. These actually come with metal on the tip, very sharp. That's made to shove through the ear, shove through the cartilage. And you got to be careful that you don't hit a vein, and you got to get it into the right area in the cartilage. There's directions. There's the veins run in the ears, and you got to punch it through the ear on there. And again, I don't like punching on the ears, so if I don't have to. So I thought I'd come up with this, and it's been working pretty good. So we'll get this put on here, get this loaded up. And that needs to be on the inside, tag on the outside. Simple as that. So this is smooth, not bothering cattle when they're wearing it. And then these are going to be pointing out, and we'll end up having 4 of them, so I'm going to install the rest of these. And you do need to create these holes where these retainers go through. It would be impossible to push that through that nylon. They would actually just crush and destroy it. So what I do to make the hole is I get something like a 16 penny nail and one of those butane torches. Heat that 16 penny nail up pretty hot, and then you can take and pierce that hole through that nylon, and it will take and melt that hole opening, and then you won't get any fraying, and then you'll get a nice size hole for that to pass through and to be able to continually use year after year. All right, well, that wasn't that bad. I got some made up from last year. I got the new insecticide tags on them. The smaller ones here are for the cows. And then I got a big one here that I had to use two collars together for the bull to get around his big neck. He's a big boy, and be interesting to see if it'll fit him this year. See if I need to punch some new holes or that to get it around his neck. And then we'll see how they look on the belties out there. All right, I got Gracie's on. They look pretty good. I got Maddox's on. It fit him this year. That was good. Here comes Fancy. She got hers on. Looking pretty good. So now we can help out with those face flies.